Hello and welcome everybody to another game of Squirrels Baseball. Excuse me, I am Aaron and we've got the Reds again today. As I'm recording this, we are just a little bit ahead of the total solar eclipse here in Indiana. So I will be recording this and then going outside to look at that. Might not even have enough time to throw this up on YouTube in between recording and that happening. So it's been a quick couple games so far against the Reds, so we'll hope today is more in that vein. We're still 8 days away from our first off day of the season, which, you know, makes sense. It's everybody's fresh, shouldn't need any off days just yet, but I'm sure the bench guys wouldn't mind getting in there. Paulie on the mound. Graves surprisingly not ready yesterday, but Zap filled in beautifully. So Paulie gets to go in on his normal rest. And here is Norris Hopper. That fastball sails on Paulie. And that knuckleball put into center field, and it will get down for a leadoff single. Shao at the plate now. He'll take a strike on the inside corner. Puts this one into center field. Another base hit. So Paulie not off to his usual start already. Only 2 batters in. Derek Lee at the plate now to really make us pay for this start. Looks at strike 1. Swings and misses. 0-2. And a ground ball to short. They go to third with it, and that is the only out they will get. Throw to first, not quite in time. That is a big out, though. Brings Adam Dunn to the plate with a chance to get out of this inning with a double play. Runner still on first and second. And a 1-1 count at the plate. That curve, or knuckle curve, I guess that's what it technically is anyway. It's in the dirt. Swings and misses at a fastball right down the middle. Knuckle just off the plate. Full count. Dunn gets a hold of this one, but thankfully pulls it foul. So still a full count. 1 out, 2 runners on. Looks at a fastball down the middle. Strike 3. Big strikeout for Paulie. 1 out away from getting out of the inning unscathed, at least as far as the scoreboard's concerned. Encarnacion has a 1-1 count. Make it 2-1. 3-1 the count. Paulie having a little trouble locating his pitches, maybe a little shy after those leadoff hits. Pop to third, Chief grabs it, and the Squirrels are able to keep the Reds off of the scoreboard after a major threat. Kester's going to lead things off for the Squirrels. Reds with their usual defensive lineup for this season. Aaron Harang on the mound. Not sure if he was their day 1 starter or not, but he typically has been, as we've played the Reds early a few seasons now. Starts Kester off with a 1-1 count. A bunt, but it goes foul. Makes the count 1-2. This one will not get through. Brandon Phillips with a nice play for the first out. Marvin at the plate, hitting .250, already much better than he started last year. Also batting left-handed at the moment. And he is ahead 2-0. Harang winds and delivers strike 1. Next pitch in the dirt. Marvin 3-1. Don't believe he is. Well, no, I know he's not swung the bat yet. Swings the bat here and fouls it off. It was a nice line drive, but never had a prayer to get in fair ground. That pitch more defensively fouled off. Still a full count. 1 out, nobody on base. Called strike 3. That was a nice slurve. Have to tip your cap to Harang there. I don't know that Marvin would have made any contact with that ball even if he had swung. Chief grounds this one to second, and a much easier inning for the Reds. No runs as we go into the second inning. Brandon Phillips is due up for Cincinnati. Pauly winds and delivers a strike. Phillips not particularly enamored with the call, as that fastball runs inside. High fastball called for a strike, 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. One down, David Ross at the plate. Ross did have a good year against us last year. I think had a couple home runs against us. Has a 1-1 count in this at bat. Swing and a miss makes it 1-2. And that pitch in the dirt, 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts brings Thomas Perez to the plate. Again, I said it before, I don't know what the purple bar means on his name. I've only seen it on 1 or 2 players. You'll see the orange bar on Pauly's name. That means that he's a created player by me. A gray bar means the computer created the player. Do not know what purple means. Perez looks at strike 3. Pauly back on track, strikes out the side. So we're still scoreless as we go into the bottom of the second. Terry due up for the Squirrels. First pitch called a strike. Swing and a miss, 0-2. And that pitch out of the zone, Terry lays off. Pops this one foul. Ross is able to get there. Good run from the catcher. 1 out. Frank at the plate. I can still say he has gotten a hit in every game so far this season. Gotta imagine there's probably not going to be too many more games I can still say that, but still true as of this at bat, where he is ahead 2-1 rather. Swings and misses to make it 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down, nobody on base. Tom at the plate. He'll look at a strike. Looks at another strike. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Harang mowing through an order through 2 innings. Still scoreless. Harang is also going to lead off things in the 3rd inning. Harang without a hit so far this season. I'm sure only in a couple at-bats. Looks at strike 1. Grounds this one foul. 0-2 the count. Pauly flips in a fastball. It runs too far inside. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 down, Hopper at the plate. Singled in his first at-bat, was eventually thrown out at 3rd on a Derek Lee fielder's choice. Has a 1-1 count. That pitch down and in, 2-1. This one will not get to the outfield. Kester grabs it. 2 down. Shao also singled in his first at-bat, but couldn't get past second base. Looks at a knuckleball in the dirt and then looks at a changeup. 1-1 the count. Swing and a miss makes it 1-2. Pops foul. Tom should have this one, and he does. That'll end the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd. Game is scoreless. Squirrels will have Zach coming to the plate. Zach looks at a strike on a high fastball and swings and misses at a changeup to go down 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 1 out. Joey at the plate, having a more Joey season at the plate as opposed to last season. Pops this one back up to Harang, 2 down. Paulie has not gotten a hit so far, though, you know, it's still early in the season, only his 2nd game. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Grounds this one to short. Perez picks it up, throws it over. And that will end the third. Third of the way through the game. Still waiting for the first run. Derek Lee up for the Reds. Derek Lee hit into a fielder's choice in his first at-bat. Pulls this one foul. Only hitting .087 in this young season, though he does have a home run. Something none of our players have done yet. We did give up a home run, though I've now forgotten who hit that. Maybe Nitro? Somebody from the Brewers. Anyway, Derek Lee pops this one up. Paulie grabs it himself. 1 away. Adam Dunn struck out in his first at-bat. Already has 2 homers in this young season. Looks at strike 1 on the outside corner. Swings and misses at a failed knuckleball. Paulie probably lucky to get away with that, and then throws a real fastball and is able to get Dunn down, out looking. Encarnacion at the plate, 2 outs, nobody on base. Looks at that fastball out of the zone. Looks at strike 1. And that knuckleball too low. 2-1 the count. Swing and a miss makes it 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Still no score. Kester due up for the Squirrels. Kester lined out in his first at-bat. Harang with 4 strikeouts his first time through the Squirrels order. So you can probably call that half. 4 out of 9. Well, Kester with the 2-1 count. That's going to be the Squirrels' first base hit of the game. A little line drive into center field. Marvin, one of the strikeout victims his first time through. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Puts this one into center field for another base hit. Hopefully this doesn't exactly mirror the Reds' first inning. Here comes Chief to the plate with the chance to drive in a run. He swings and misses at the first pitch. Does not miss this one, but too much air under it. Shao should have that one, and he does. Runners all get back safely. 1 down, Terry at the plate. Runner still on first and second. And looks at a slurve that catches the outside corner. Swings and misses. 0-2. This one down and in. Grounds this one towards third. Encarnacion steps on third, throws to first. Not in time there. Frank at the plate, 2 outs now. He's going to have to come up with a base hit if we want to score this run. Looks at strike 1. Hits this one. Will it get down? It will, into right field. In comes Kester to score the first run of the game. That'll bring Tom to the plate. As he looks at strike 1. And that ball down and in. This one's pulled too far foul. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. 1-2 the count at the plate. As Tom keeps fouling off pitches. Finally puts one just fair. A nice line drive down the right field line. 1 run already in. Frank on his way home, and he will score as well. So that puts the Squirrels up 3-0. And I guess you could call it a 2-out rally. The 2 of those runs were plated earlier, but it was 2 outs when all the runs were driven in. Zach at the plate now, takes a ball inside and then fouls one off his foot. Looks at ball 2. Oh, called that one a strike. 2-2 then the count. This one ground to Lee at first. He picks it up, steps on the bag, but not before the Squirrels can plate 3. So we now go into the 5th inning. The Reds suddenly in a hole, and Brandon Phillips at the plate to try to do some damage against that. Phillips struck out in his first at-bat, one of 7 strikeout victims so far today for Pauly. Phillips with a 1-1 count after that foul ball. That knuckleball missed the zone pretty widely. That one not particularly close either. 3-1 the count. And there's a swing and a miss. Full count. Nobody on base, no outs. Pops this one sky high. Chief just waiting and waiting. Finally makes the grab. Brings David Ross to the plate. Struck out in his first at-bat. Fouls this first pitch, and Tom not able to catch up to it. Swings and misses at the second pitch. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 strikeouts on the day for David Ross. Thomas Perez at the plate, who struck out in his first at-bat. Takes strike 1. This one just too low. 1-1 the count. There's a swing and a miss to make it 1-2. Lightly lined to Joey, who makes the grab and ends the top of the 5th inning. Halfway through, the Squirrels leading 3-0. Joey due up in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Joey popped up back to the pitcher in his first at-bat. That changeup just outside. That slurve called a strike. 1-1. Fouled away, makes it 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Pauly ground out, I believe, to short his first time up, if I remember right, on a weakly hit ground ball. Still looking for his first hit of the year. Won't get it here as he hits it back towards Harang, who knocks it down, picks it up, and throws over for the out. That will bring Kester to the plate. Got a hit and scored in his last at-bat. Quickly down 0-2 in this at-bat. And is going to line this one right to Perez at short and end the inning. We go into the 6th inning. Squirrels up 3-0. Aaron Harang due up for the Reds. First pitch swung on and missed. Ground ball just foul down the first base line. 0-2 the count. And that fastball just inside. Here's a ground ball. Chief fields it, throws it over. 1 down. Sorry, youngest daughter just came in. Norris Hopper at the plate. That's going to be... No, I thought it was going to be base hit off the bat, but Kester able to go over and grab it. Didn't quite hit that quite as hard as I thought he did. Brings Xiao to the plate, and he will look at strike 1. This one will get through the middle. That's his second base hit of the day. Derek Lee now up at the plate to try to keep things alive. Neither he nor Dunn having a great start to the year. Xiao takes off. Tom is able to throw him out. It was a close play at second. but it does end the top of the 6th. Marvin due up for the Squirrels in the bottom half of the inning, where they still lead 3-0. Marvin with a base. Marvin with a base hit in his first at bat, grounds this one to first. 1 out. Oh, don't grab that. Chief at the plate now, looks at strike 1. And this one fouled away. 0-2 the count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Quickly 2 down. Terry at the plate. And that first pitch out of the zone. Pops this one straight up. David Ross comes out and makes the play. Excuse me. Still 3-0 as we go into the 7th inning. We'll go ahead and make the pitching change. Put Nakai in Terry's spot, and I think we'll put in Phil, and we're going to actually let Kester play first. Still need Phil and Miyake to get those first hits of the year. If Terry had gotten a hit and then Frank made the last out, I was going to go with Miyake, but as it is, we'll go with Phil. Derek Lee back at the plate after Shao got himself thrown out stealing. Lee with a ground ball towards third. Chief makes the throw. 1 down. Adam Dunn at the plate has struck out in both at-bats so far. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Swings and misses at the second pitch. And watches that changeup go to the dirt. There's a called strike 3 on a fastball. Encarnacion at the plate. He is also 0 for 2 today. That changeup in the dirt. And then inside. 2-0 the count. There's a ground ball towards second. Phil grabs it, throws it over. And that will end the top of the 7th inning. Squirrels still leading 3-0. We'll have Frank on the other side of the stretch. All right, Frank at the plate. Harang's going to stay in to pitch after having a rough inning. I guess that was 2 innings ago now. First pitch, called a strike. Frank puts this one into center field. Shao, I don't think, had to move a step. 1 down, although Frank does have his hitting streak still intact to start the year. Tom got a base hit in his last at-bat. Looks at strike 1. That pitch goes outside. That fastball too far up and in. 2-1 the count. And that fastball outside. 3-1. See if Tom swings or not. He does, but it's going to be foul. Full count now. 1 out. Nobody on base. Hits this one into deep center. That's going to be, oh, nice catch by Shao. He really covered a lot of ground to grab that one, almost right at the 424 sign. Great play out there in center. Probably would have been a home run in a lot of parks. Brings Zach to the plate instead with 2 outs and nobody on base. He has a 2-1 count. Make it 2-2 after that pitch. Pops this one up. David Ross waiting down the third base line, and that will end the inning. So we go into the 8th. Squirrels still leading 3-0. Phillips up at the plate. We'll bring Hermida in to set the game up. And also bring in Miyake to see if he can finally get his first hit. Just double checking here. Yeah, they are the only two fielders still waiting for a hit. Alright, Phillips 0 for 2 today. Takes a fastball for a strike. Curveball that doesn't curve, which the nice thing about Hermida is when he throws bad curveballs, they just act as changeups. That curveball does break, and it does get Brandon Phillips to strike out. David Ross with a ground ball to short. Joey takes care of that. Brings Perez to the plate with nobody on base and 2 outs. Fastball goes outside. So does that one, 2-0. And a curveball in the dirt. 3-0 the count. Swings on 3-0, and he does come up with a base hit. So a good decision, I suppose, by Perez. Brings up Harang, who apparently is going to go pitch in the bottom of the 8th. Grounds it. Whoa. Thought it was going to be back to Hermida. Phil ends up having to clean it up at second. Thank goodness he kept his head up there instead of just assuming Hermida was going to make that play. Keeps the game at 3-0, even though the teams are at 4 hits apiece. Bottom of the 8th, Joey's going to lead things off. Joey 0 for 2 today. Looks at strike 1. That slurve down and out in the dirt, I should say. And Joey comes up with the base hit into center field. Phil trying to get his first hit of the season. Hits this one foul. Called strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. One down, Kester at the plate. He is 1 for 3 today. Right at his .333 average on the year so far. Looks at a ball. Looks at 2 balls. Swings and misses, 2-1. There's a called strike, 2-2. Called strike 3. 2 down, Marvin at the plate. Looks at strike 1. This one too far up and in. And this one inside as well, 2-1. Make it 3-1. Swing and a miss. Full count. Runner on first. 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Squirrels leading 3-0 going into the 9th. Top of the order to try to get those runs back. As we will get Shibuya in here to try to get his, I think, 4th save of the season, if I remember right. Alright, with all that worked out, we're going to put Kester out there in right field. Although honestly, I probably should have kept Sweeney out there, even though Sweeney's naturally a third and first baseman. He's also really fast, and he does have a good arm. He probably actually could have played a better right field than... Oh well, we'll go with this. Hopper at the plate, Reds down 3, first pitch called a strike. Second pitch swung on and missed. And that pitch didn't quite get up to the zone. Goes back to it, a soft liner to short. Joey makes the play. Squirrels 2 outs away from clinching this series. Looks at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. Can't get Shao to chase that low pitch. He keeps going back to it. Does swing at this one, but fouls it off. Ground ball to first. Sweeney picks it up, steps on the bag. Derek Lee, the last chance for the Reds. Looks at strike 1. Soft liner that gets through the middle. Phil can't quite cut it off. So the Reds still with the prayer. Adam Dunn at the plate. And actually we're going to get a pinch hitter. Touch Eye is going to come in here. Dunn with 2 home runs, but he is hitting below 100, so I can't fault them too much. Not that Touch Eye is doing much better at 125. Pops this one up behind third. Chief is going to go back, make the play, and that will seal the game. Your final score today, Cincinnati Reds 0, Indianapolis Squirrels 3. And also gives the Squirrels a series win at 2-1. Look at a few highlights. Squirrels will be heading to Milwaukee after this. I don't know how they did today, but at least going into today, Milwaukee still has not won a game. You have to check the recap where I put the standings every day to see if that is still true going into tomorrow's game. But yeah, Milwaukee, I don't feel like their lineup's that bad, but they are certainly not off to a good start. Reds probably also in a little bit of an unfortunate hole just because they had to play us. Frank, your player of the game. And why not? Like I said, he's hit safely in every game this season and had the winning run in this game, or winning RBI. So thank you everybody for watching. If you'd like to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, feel very free. Like I said, in Milwaukee tomorrow. We'll see you then. I'm going to go watch this eclipse.